What's good, people? Welcome back to the channel. KG's back. It's time for transfer talk. Got breaking news in terms of a new incoming towards Leeds United, and we'll get into that in a moment. And also a little bit of rival watch in comparison to what Leeds United are currently doing. If you haven't seen the earlier stream, went live earlier with the latest news up until this present, time I'm recording this now. So if you haven't watched that one, please go back and watch it. I will link it in one of the top two corners. And thank you to Jeff, who's become a new member of the channel. Big up to you and all members of the channel. Thank you for that support. So getting into this one, Ornstein's dropped another exclusive. And I did say in the earlier video, it did seem that Leeds United were going to bid again for Sean Longstaff. And it seems that this one has now seen the light, and Sean Longstaff will become a Leeds United player soon. David Ornstein writes, Leeds United strike agreement in principle with Newcastle United to sign Sean Longstaff. Deal for 27-year-old midfielder in the last 12 months of his contract, worth 12 million plus 3 million achievable add-ons. No one knows what the add-ons are, but I'd assume it's surviving relegation and maybe appearances from him. And that's why it would be achievable, because he is, always available. Significant recruit for Leeds United before Premier League return, according to David Ornstein. That's his opinion at the end. Fabrizio puts this as well. Deal in place with final confirmation soon. Leeds United planning for Longstaff medical. Here we go soon. So yeah, it looks like that one is happening. 15 million is, for me, far too much for this kind of quality of a midfielder. I'm not just going to change my mind just because the deal is official now. I know that will change a lot for you, because once the thing's done, you all of a sudden see everything in, Leeds United tinted glasses. But listen, we'll only see if it becomes a good signing if we stay up. And that's what I'm measuring the whole window on. I mean, regardless of who we sign, if we survive, it's a good window, isn't it? That's not going to be me looking back retrospectively. I always mark the windows the same way. I always go with what we've signed via quality and everything else. But, just going by Danny Farke's system, I don't see where he fits in the starting lineup. So again, this for me is another player fighting for a place to start or in the squad, because he doesn't get ahead of Ampadu or Tanaka at this stage. And it does seem like we're still in for Anton Stack, which is the better news about this, because it means that we're not just going to be with Ampadu, Tanaka, at this point, Gruev, as long as he's staying here. But you'd expect him to leave with Longstaff, and if Stack comes in, it just doesn't make sense that Gruev would stick around in that sixth position, because we still need to recruit 8s and 10s. But yeah, Sean Longstaff, I mean, I see what we're trying to do in terms of the way that this squad is being built. It's built on energy. It's being built on like a bit of a steel in terms of how we're being built. And again, I've said over and over again, I'm absolutely fine with that. It's going to be a tough season regardless. So make it tough by winning 1-0, by winning tight games 2-1, instead of being on the end of 3-4-0 thrashings. So I'm completely with it. My only thing with Sean Longstaff is that he doesn't have quality on the ball. It doesn't matter who tries to convince you otherwise. Like you say, you'll get all the intangibles, professional, good locker room guy, and will run around the place. But when it comes to actual distribution with the ball and doing something with it, he's not good at shooting, and he's not good at long passing either. So he's going to be that kind of player for me at this stage, where he comes on when we're trying to see a game out. Maybe we're chasing a game and we put him a little bit further forward as a front press, much like how we used Glenn Kamara in the championship for that portion of the season, last season. But yeah, it looks like this is being done. It wouldn't be my first choice of a signing, but again, you can only control the controllables. He would not have been on my list. I've said again as well, if he was really that good, I feel like other Premier League teams would have gazumped us at the price that he was being offered at. And I look at Brentford in particular, who have gone for Jordan Henderson when they could have got Sean Longstaff in a now a £15 million deal. Oh man. Ooh. But yeah, it is what it is, man. You just got to add it to what we've got. And hopefully it's not one of the most significant signings of our summer, because if it is, we will be in trouble. And sorry, I will keep it real here. It's not going to be what people want to hear, but I'm not just going to deviate just because Leeds United have decided to sign him. My opinion won't change, but I'm willing to be wrong with it when it comes to him and his performances. What I'm not going to accept, though, is him just running around while other people who try and take on players maybe lose the ball maybe 5 out of 7 times, and they're called it's a poor performance, but then he'll run around looking busy, then it's called a good performance. That's not going to happen here. But I just hope that it goes well. That's all I can do. I can only hope that the signing goes better than I think it will. But at this point in time, obviously he would have spoken to the club in regards to his role. I don't think he would be promised first team football. I think he'll be coming on the understanding that he's going to have to battle for a place ahead of the captain, Ampadu, and ahead of How Tanaka, who is, for me, easily Premier League ready at this stage. So we'll see what happens, won't we? If he gets a place in the team, it means he's performed outstandingly, and that can only be a good thing for Leeds United. But yeah, this one looks like it's going to get done. Yeah, awesome stuff. Great stuff. Sunderland, on the other hand, we got to go to a bit of rival watch, and when you look at what they're in for and what they're interested in, to me, it is making our window look very amateurish in comparison, just by the quality that they're going for. You would think that we had come up via the playoffs, but we were the champions. But yeah, Sunderland going in for highly rated centre back John Lukumi. John Lukumi, the Colombian centre back. We'll see if they get any progress on that. But the point is, they're going in for him, which is a very good signing. He's a bit of a we've got that as well with Bonal, where he's a bit of a tackle first, think later kind of player. But that would be a good signing for them in addition to what they've got, because they do need to strengthen their defense. But the one that got me was this one, Granit Xhaka. And I would never even think that Granit Xhaka would be open to returning to the Premier League anyway. But Sunderland, I don't know if they're going to get him. He could very well go to Saudi. But Sasha Tavalieri saying that Sunderland entered the race through the club owner. They're in talks over a 10 million euro deal. Now, his wages and everything else will definitely surpass Sean Longstaff. That's for sure. But you get what you pay for. And Granit Xhaka, he is somebody that comes in and possibly displaces one of our two starters. I think, yes, he does actually displace one of our two starters. He's a quality midfielder. And people remember his time at Arsenal. It didn't work out for him overall there, but he wasn't being deployed in the right system at that time. He was being asked to do a role he wasn't comfortable with. When he goes to Leverkusen, you see what Granit Xhaka was probably before he signed for Arsenal. So it's one of those where if Sunderland can even get this one done, you're looking at another top quality addition where we've spent time and effort, umming and ahhing, and we want to keep him. We don't think he's worth this much. He's not going to force a move for Sean Longstaff. And it's kind of like, it's just, that's what it is for me at this stage. But look, I've said in the early video, and it won't change just because this deal's being done, because I did think that they would try and get this one done. It doesn't mean that the window's finished in terms of getting the real quality in. But yeah, this is another one for the squad edition. And when it's done, I guess we'll speak about it. Maybe if there's other news to roll into it. I don't know if I'm going to do a separate video. Just probably consider this the Sean Longstaff signing video. And yeah, wish him all the best when he arrives. But yeah, that will be it for the video, people. Drop your thoughts below and let me know what you think. Like the video before you go. See you in the next one. Peace out.